Hi, a little while ago, my good friend and fellow whatever brother, Danuts Whatever, made a video in which he redrew the world borders as if he were the supreme dictator of the world. After watching his video, I thought of doing the same thing with a little help from him. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Let's jump straight into it.
There we go.
I liked your idea of guai guai, so I kind of incorporated that. I gave Bolivia its original coastline. Chile is just so long and thin. Why does that need to exist? I incorporated it with Argentina,
Tina,
and
okay.
Colombia, Venezuela, and the Darien Gap are now one country. All the
Okay.
Guyanas combined together. So
Now I'm
I
gonna do
also
my
made
own little
Hispaniola
redesign.
just one island. Oh, we'll go to like the U.S. Mexico border.
What on earth
Okay, so go
happened here?
California. So San Francisco, like, there's not a lot of law enforcement there, so they like it's de facto independent. So,
Okay.
and then California, all the like the Mexican Baja California and normal California are one country, and Tijuana, like the city in Mexico, I don't want it to lose the novelty of Americans going into Mexico, so I kept it Mexico, like an exclave.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and I gave some Spanish-speaking parts of the United States to Mexico.
Okay, let's see Europe. So we have Basquiat here.
Basque country.
Slightly different
I didn't know what to do
borders.
with Andorra. Monaco now touches uh what
Oh
Switzerland.
wow, Monaco is big now.
We have some long countries. So you see the Balkans.
Belarus? Why Belarus?
Wait. So to solve the conflict in Ukraine, what I did was I gave some countries in Eastern Europe their own claims to the land, and then I made the conflict zone like the most conflict zone. It's now its own country, and Romania and Moldova have reunited, and we have the I guess like the like Yugoslavia Neo-Byzantine Empire. I don't know what to call it, honestly. Apparently, I guess the Vatican City was jealous, so they start trying to take over Italy. That's Vatican City, that little dot.
Okay.
Germany took some Mediterranean coastline. We have Kurdistan, and I don't like landlocked countries a ton, so I
Yeah,
wanted
I
to give them
see,
some
I
sea.
see.
I kind of did what you did with Armenia, and I also gave it ocean access.
Okay.
Azerbaijan doesn't exist anymore. It
More.
got incorporated into like two different regions. Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan are now one country, so we don't have any more double landlocked countries. We have
Okay.
Afghanistan, Tajikistan, and the not very populated region of Pakistan, some coastline. So yeah, it's even less double landlocked. So
What
and if
on
you look
earth
at
is
near
this?
Mongolia, that is the Altai region. It's like some ethnic group. Korea reunited and took some Chinese
What is
territory
this
that belonged
border?
to.
What?
Okay, that's like the Korean part of China. The Communist Party of China. They didn't get completely destroyed. They still have a tiny part of China, but we're gonna call it northeast, like northwest Taiwan or something.
Oh,
And
just like I did with West Taiwan.
oh yeah, Tibet also is a big country with a coastline. It's a very small one, and we also have West Taiwan, like you made. The Indian subcontinent's also a country.
What on
So
earth is this
uh,
border?
okay, so North and South India are kind of different, so I just made them two separate countries. Maybe I should have done Stanistan, but I don't really. I
Also,
did
I
that
have
before
a request. Just remove Japan
Why?
Japan.
because I don't like Japan.
Okay,
Okay, let's
let's
see.
make the Kuril Islands like underwater so that nobody can claim them.
Okay,
How about
yeah,
that?
it's technically removing like some of Japan, so it works. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, so
you
uh,
incorporated Botswana, but
Why
not
don't you give that
Namibia.
like
Like, why?
Namibia or whatever
okay,
it's
here's
called
the
to
thing.
South Africa?
I wanted I don't want like these weird border oddities to not exist. It makes the world more interesting. So I added
Uh-huh.
Zimbabwe and Namibia and it's now its own country because I want Zimbabwe to get its own coastline, but I don't want. I also want Mozambique to be kind of its own
Oh.
Chile. Uh,
Okay, I get it
and
now.
so
Why
Madagascar
didn't
doesn't
you
really.
unite East Africa?
I'll
He
explain more.
did
But
a little
Angola
bit.
and Zambia, I didn't know what to do with Angola and Zambia, so I just like removed Angola's exclave and gave Zambia to Angola and.
Based. Very based.
Burundi is now part of Tanzania, and I made Rwanda part of Uganda, Kenya. So yeah, that's interesting. I don't know why there has to be two Congos. So I made one.
Based
I
as
made like
well.
a sort of equatorial country, like the Gabonese, Equatorial Guinea,
Equatorial
Benin
Africa,
and
like I
Togo.
did, yeah.
I don't know why Benin and Togo have to be two separate countries. They're like thin.
Same.
Like it can just be another like kind of like Ghana, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the
Like so
Gambia.
I
I
did the
gave it more.
same thing here, but I just like took a slice out of like Togo or Benin or whatever, and gave it to Ghana, and Ghana now speaks Romanian. That's what I did.
I love it. Okay, but I made so I'll
The
explain. So
Gambia. Oh my
basically,
god.
Romanian
I made I gave
colonialism.
Guinea and Guinea-Bissau and the southern part of Senegal are now
Okay.
because I didn't want an exclave of Senegal, so because Gambia, I
It
gave it
has been
more of the
stretched.
Gambia River,
Yeah.
and I gave the southern part of Senegal to the Guinea, and to compensate for that, I gave Senegal land with another French-speaking country, which is Côte d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast. And if you look at the Mali Burkina Faso Confederation, since that's like some weird
It also has
real
Western
life infos.
Sahara.
Okay, so I gave it
Jesus.
Western Sahara because I don't like landlocked countries and I wanted to give them coastline. But I'm like,
Oh.
this is the perfect way to do it. It may be like
Look at this
ridiculous.
coastline. It's like 20 meters of coastline.
Well, they have more than nothing, and I didn't want them to like lack on water or anything. So yeah, uh, and there used to be one Sudan, so I kind of brought that back. I gave
Nice.
Ethiopia some coastline. I didn't know what to do with Somalia. Birchwheel is its own country. Of course, it's not landlocked. Okay, but so if you look north, I made the Arab country, like the Gulf Arab countries. Oh yeah, that's Birchwheel. But the Arab countries are now its own country. I made like
Based.
okay, so you made Canaan, but I made like this sort of like Northern Arab Republic, and yeah, so I guess that's that, and I don't know what else there is to explain on this map. I mean, you can look at things and ask questions.
Okay, so let's actually get to fixing this. Or at least how I would
Yep.
fix this. Let's start as I did in the video with Korea. Like, what is this border? Like,
I'm
it's just...
embracing my heritage, and I'm deciding that I'm gonna draw borders free-handed. Okay, so you're just trying to imitate their old border, or
Yeah,
what?
exactly. Just kind of like that. Let's actually split South Korea, but a different way. Let's do it like this. And this part goes
Do
to
it
Japan.
vertically. Do it vertically. Let's
Vertically.
make East and West Korea.
Wait, how about you split Taiwan down the middle, and one part goes to... Oh, yeah, that's perfect. But Taiwan also
Perfect.
should be split down the middle.
Between West
'Cause,
Taiwan and East Taiwan.
yep.
Okay. Tibet
ECP.
is way too big. So, what I propose is we are simply...
Well, also just remove Iran.
Yeah,
Just remove Iran.
No,
okay.
but I purposely gave Tibet more like land so that it could be like
Also, why don't you
and it
just
could be landlocked.
make East Turkestan independent? That would make more sense.
Okay, so no, check this out. Okay, so if we are gonna remove Iran, let's give the rest of Balochistan to whatever this is.
Because I don't like Iran. It's just
I don't like
horrible.
it either. That's why I like
Yeah, same.
punished it a lot and renamed it to Persia and changed their flag somewhat. So yeah.
Well, I never explained the government of all these countries, but I did make some like ideas of what some of the governments would be like.
Okay, so
Or-
for the border oddities, I'm gonna keep this. So Altai is actually gonna get a big expansion, just like this. Okay, there we go. I'm making them even crazier.
Oh, so like, I thought you were trying to fix it. Okay.
I'm fixing it by making it even crazier. Okay, and now
Oh, so that's
Altai.
nice. So now they're actually have coastline.
Yeah, Altai
They're all
gets a
Turks anyways,
coastline.
right?
Now,
Wait, no.
now, get ready for this. We'll just remove this border here, actually.
Oh, see, now Tibet gets its like own like Bengal area and Mizoram and all
But
that.
this will no longer be Tibet. This from now on shall be known as... This will now be Xinjiang. And this will now be... This will now be Iraqi Tibet. Because it kind of looks like Iraq a little bit. This was Tibet, now it's Xinjiang. This was Xinjiang, now it's Tibet.
Oh, interesting connection. And they also have like very small amount of coastline. Like,
However, I am going to reroute Iraqi Tibet.
Wait, you didn't properly make Xinjiang province.
I know that's the purpose. That's why I did it. And
it's okay, people can like change the names of their ethnicities. I'm sure they're fine with that, right?
then we are actually going to reroute the coastline over to here. Just a tiny bit of coastline, right?
I made a bridge from Florida to Romania in one map I made.
So Mongolia is not gonna get this coastline because I cut it off.
Like, imagine if aircraft sanctions were really common and this was like these were real borders.
Yeah, and you're gonna remove this one. So East Korea goes western, like more west than West Korea. And now
China,
getting to Japan, we're not gonna remove all of Japan, but
Please just remove Japan.
there we go. Next is the Johto
One
region.
Ugandan shilling is worth 0.00047 BAM. So I would rather have like 100 BAM than like
Oh,
a
okay, you
billion
chose
of the shilling.
Okay, you chose the Ugandan shilling earlier, which is okay. So
No, I just said money. I just said money. I didn't say the Ugandan shilling.
we said a billion money, and the billion option was for Ugandan shilling. So too bad. And also, you got twice less than if you chose the a million BAM or something. So, sorry.
But
But yeah,
okay,
Greece.
Okay,
Like they're
so
making
would
the
you
war week
rather have
longer.
100 BAM or 211.79 Israeli new shekels? Which one will you choose?
Israeli new shekels.
Wrong option. Bosnian
Yeah,
money
I
is
was gonna choose
worth
BAM.
more. BAM is worth more.
There we go. I removed Japan and just left the Pokemon regions based off of
Would you
it.
rather have 10 BAM?
Okay. Next, Southeast Asia. Brunei gets to disappear because I hate Brunei.
Protecting
Because they're
things.
like really corrupt. This will be Greenland and this will be Iceland. There we go. Fixed.
I removed a little bit of Kaliningrad to make the Suwalki gap wider, but also the Narva part of Estonia is now Russia now, so
Okay, so I'm gonna give Narva back.
sounds.
And I'm also gonna give them Peskov because why not? Okay, so I'm gonna separate Slovenia again. I'm gonna give like this little state of Austria. I want to
Is it
make like Mega
Czechoslovakia, Slovenia?
Czechoslovako Slovenia that meme.
Slovakia, Slovenia.
Okay, I'm gonna give Kurdistan a coastline on the Caspian this time. I'm gonna cut off this border, give
Oh
Turkey this bit.
no!
I just rerouted their coastline so that if they want to get like ships, they have to go around. Because like one user in my comments was complaining that the Kurdistan's borders weren't exactly how they wanted them to be, and I was like, I was like, I didn't respond that way, but like, if someone drew a map of Romania in like the 18th century, then I would have been elated to even have a country of my own, let alone have like the correct borders.
You know that
But
little bit of Ukraine that
I don't know
should
who owns
be
Crimea. Is it
in Romania.
oh yeah, the Bujaka region. Actually, there's
Yeah,
two
just give
bits.
that
Like
to Romania. It looks
there's
ugly without it.
yes. Thank you for mentioning it. Oops. So the Bujak region. I also mentioned this in my video. So I gave Romania
yeah,
Bujak,
Budapest?
this part. Oops. Of Bulgaria, which
There's
I've
even
actually been
Bulgarian
to,
parts of Bujak.
and Chernovtsi or Northern Bukovina. So
One time I made a map with where
Make
Romania got
Chernobyl
that.
independent.
the Chernobyl Republic.
Yeah, just give Chernobyl independence.
It'd be
That
hard
would
to
be
find,
cool.
You know
especially
what?
how I gave.
You know what would be funny? But I don't think I'm gonna do it with Chernobyl anymore because it's not worth it. So Zaporizhia is like here, right? So I'm gonna give the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant to Hungary. Like they'll be forced to speak Hungarian, and like if that happens, there would 100% be a meltdown at Zaporizhia nuclear plant. So
Second, I thought
what should
that
I
was
do? What should I
like
do with
what?
Switzerland? No, but like you both suggested like a bunch of ideas with Switzerland, and I wasn't paying attention. Now you just wanted me to extend it to the Caspian, which is not happening.
Get Switzerland to like the UK or something. Like just a random country.
Like, there's a canton that speaks a language called Romansh. That is just gonna be Romanian from now on. It's gonna speak Romanian. This bit will go to Poland. This bit will go to Italy because I want them to have a panhandle. This western bit will go to Baskia. This northern bit to Bosnia. And this will just go to Africa, the entire rest. Oh, and I have another idea. So we're gonna do something similar to what I did at Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, but so I'm gonna expand this bit a little bit to include like the entirety of CERN, which will now speak Basque. It will now speak Basque, okay? So that will definitely cause another like meltdown in there, which I'm all for, by the way. I do also want to reenact Danland, and I am gonna fix some of. I'm gonna clean some of this up. These two should be one landmass. These should these two should be one landmass. These two should be one landmass. And I think this is gonna be the only like proper time to actually do a bridge. So I'm gonna do one bridge here and one bridge here to this one. And this is just gonna become one big lagoon. Oh yeah, returning to what I actually wanted to do. Okay, so Belarus, we're gonna get Belarus out of the way. We're gonna first split Belarus. Gonna do just like this. Bam, bam. Gonna give this bit to Ukraine, this bit to Poland. And we're actually gonna give Belarus coastline in the Gulf of Finland, which is also much closer now. To make Belarus live up to its name, we're actually gonna have Belarus be comprised of two parts. So we're gonna have this part of Belarus and this part of Belarus, including this island. So it is in fact white. At least like has snow-covered territories. There we go.
Hey, what's with Ukraine being a grid? Grid crane?
So we can play tic-tac-toe in Ukraine.
Okay.
But yeah, like a nuke tic-tac-toe, that's very dangerous. Or like nuclear power plant tic-tac-toe.
Make a tic-tac-toe republic.
I know this might seem very strange, but we will fix it. Oh, I have a great idea. I have a great idea. Let's give Crimea to Arabia instead. Hear me out. Because they already started digging a canal around Qatar, which doesn't appear on this map, but they did start
0.025 BAM.
And then we can have like Arabia dig a canal around Crimea as well. Let's move on to Africa for a little bit. So, I have an idea for Namibia. You know how they wanted to go like through the Zambezi River to the Indian Ocean? I'm gonna let them do just that.
Oh, nice.
Wait for the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, Zimbabwe is gonna get a coastline.
I just need to call.
I already did have one, but it was just super weird that it was connected to Namibia.
Yeah, so Namibia now gets all of this, gets access to the Indian Ocean. I don't know if the Zambezi goes like through there, but I don't care. Yeah. And Namibia will now get way skinnier. Because like it's just gonna have the skeleton coast, its capital, and then it's gonna be like that. Burundi is just like a mouse cursor now. Because it already kind of looks like one. Democratic Republic of the Congo. I've renamed it.
Amazing.
You know, because when I was in like 6th grade at my old school, I used to have this classmate, which we nicknamed Chongji because he kind of looks like Big Chungus, and like me and one of my other classmates just joked that he would be the perfect ruler of Congo, and because he would be like a dictator, we should rename it to Chongo. So Democratic, that's crap, Republic of the Chongo. There we go. And that classmate is gonna be leader, of course. Sierra Leone will now be called Circle Leon. There we go.
What?
I have received some suggestions on this map from a fellow friend of mine, and we are going to fulfill his wishes. We will now split the Amazon rainforest. Let me do.
His own country?
He wanted to make it the same status as Antarctica, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that like no one can claim it from.
Okay, so is this kind of like the unclaimed parts of Antarctica or Bertouille?
Okay, then he wanted to unsplit Switzerland, so I guess I'm gonna do that.
Gaddafi's plan suggestion
Didn't quite work out. I mean, it did for a few days, but I am going to keep CERN under the jurisdiction of Basquiat. Except Dan also wanted to unite the entire Iberian Peninsula, so we're gonna keep just this tiny little bit of Basquiat.
Now let's make a Czechoslovakia, Slovenia, Greater Czechoslovakia, Slovenia reach Vladivostok. So
okay,
and yeah, try to draw like really try to draw it pretty thin.
So Vladivostok is right like here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Mongolia just has like the same size coastline as Bosnia had.
Yep, they have the Hassan, which is the town that borders North Korea.
Yeah, try running industrial-sized ships through that. All right, next, Greater Romania, of course. So we're gonna split Romania again from the Neo-Byzantine Empire, and of course we're gonna do it very lazily.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Okay.
And
And
next,
what about Bosnia?
Bosnian Empire. Let's go. Okay, so he wants most of Croatia,
I
including.
think he wants like almost the entire country.
Oh yeah, he wants all of Croatia. Okay.
But yeah, we'll give it to Croatia.
Yeah, and
And
a spike like
he also,
into Serbia and
and
some
he also suggested
randomized.
that like
Also wants Kosovo and some of northern Albania. There we go. There we go. Greater Bosnian Empire.
let's just call it Greater Herzegovina or something. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I just didn't word that right. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, we got
Greater
yeah, Papal
Govina.
State still exists. We got Byzantine, which also
All right,
includes Asia Minor.
Sahara will also get similar status to Amazonia.
Absolutely love that it's the
Take a
coastline
big chunk
situation
out of
with
the
the
Maui
Sahel
thing.
Confederation, and let's make it so that there's restricted airspace, so that they have to follow that to get to the coastline if they want to fly. What do you think about that?
Yeah, exactly. They just gotta fly over their like own territory to get to the coastline.
Because coincidentally, every country around them that they have to pass through to get to the coastline has restricted airspace. So, what is the Gambia of Ghana called?
Ganambia. There we go.
Gambia. Okay, give it to
No,
them.
no, wait. I have an idea. We are gonna split Morocco again, and the rest of Western Sahara goes to
Okay,
Sahara.
so yeah,
Cause yeah,
makes sense.
oops, we will have to split Sweden from Finland again, and Finland
Almost
gets
forgot.
Karelia. While I was in like elementary school, I heard a story of a kid who was also like fifth or fourth grade or something, who did like a project, presentation, whatever, on the White Sea, and the teacher said that the White Sea doesn't exist, and like told him that he should take medication and whatnot. Alaska part of Canada. That is
Yeah,
something
why does the
TCM
Yukon
suggested.
River end in like the United States when it's not Yukon? The territory in Canada, Yukon gets the territory of Alaska because the Yukon River ends in the mouth of the river is in Alaska. So every country in Africa cannot fly into each other's territory. Let's say there's some like rule like that. So they have they have to
Yeah.
fly within their own territory for any domestic flights. So
Like
that
if
means that
let's say if you want to get from, let's say, like Gitega, which is the capital of Burundi, you want to get from Gitega to Kigali, you can't. You can't.
wait, what about land borders? Will just the landlocked African nations be stuck forever in their own?
They'll just be stuck forever, I
Well,
suppose.
that's sad. Well, hopefully the rich countries, these foreign. I can imagine the flights leaving the Sahel Confederation just being absolutely like insane. Like you have to fly. Let's
Yeah.
make the capital like the furthest point away from the ocean too. So,
Okay, wait. Let me let me look on like Google whatever.
or the weather one's furthest east. Let's do that. 'Cause that'll be furthest away from the coastline.
Okay, so we have Amjaras, which just
And look,
has
they
a
have a lot of space.
hospital and a dried up riverbed.
We always need to have hospitals in our like in every town, so it's good to have that. See, it already has a hospital. We should
Village
definitely do it.
touristique.
And okay, it has some like implied level of tourism, and it has a hospital. I think it's definitely good enough to
To be a
become the
capital.
capital city. Actually, desert sand can be used to make concrete. So
It's
now,
this
what is that
country.
country?
Oh yeah, it is Chad.
How is it Chad if it doesn't even if people in it can't even leave their country? They got to be a really good country. Like maybe they have like secret underground tunnels, like a tunnel going all the way to Arabia, or like
Oh wow, that's insane. Also, the
Maldives.
Maldives. I have an epic idea for the Maldives. Check this out.
No. What about the Indian state that's like northern Maldives, whatever?
This one?
Yeah, like this Indian state. Oh, they don't exist either. Okay. Where are the Maldivians gonna go? Are they gonna live on the bridge of Sri Lanka to India.
I don't think so.
Oh, so let's just say but there's the same country. Okay, just say they deleted the land bridge, like whatever. Okay, let's do Hungary. Let's see. Did it have like a super thin line, like getting ocean access, but it goes through Transnistria?
If anything, I think we should take away territory from Hungary.
Should we give some to Bosnia, Neo-Byzantine, and Greater Romania?
You know how Slovakia has like a Hungarian minority in the south?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we'll just say that Hungary has a Slovakian minority in the north. And they need the land. There we go. Give like this bit because why not? Then
Mm-hmm.
we will give like also a bit to the Neo-Byzantine Empire because why not? And we will give the rest of Krishana to Romania, almost reaching the Tisa River.
Well, now some super tiny country that looks like a water kettle or a chicken with a very long beak. Looks like a chicken that's screaming with like some bottle in its mouth too. Whatever you want.
It looks kind of like a slightly bigger Slovenia.
Yeah.
8 legs.
It's
And
a
also-
hungry chicken that's screaming.
It's a hungry chicken. Very, very tiny wings. Let's also make like an artificial lake here, like to act as one of its size.
How about the Persian Canal?
Let's just do a giant canal through Iran for no reason.
I'll just say everything within that black is a really expensive canal. Does that go through Tehran?
Tehran will be submerged now. Who cares?
Well, I have to leave now, so I'll see ya.
Okay. So, after all that this map has been through, this is what we're left with. I think it's safe to say that this video should not be taken seriously in the slightest. If the borders that we showed here actually somehow came into fruition, the world would likely face nuclear apocalypse in probably less than 5 minutes. But hey, what matters is that we had some fun, and we hope you had as well, watching us absolutely tear apart the world piece. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.